Albert and Costello. Actor Bud Albert, born October 2, 1895, at Burris Park, NJ, as William A. Abbott, passed away April 24, 1974. Luke Costello, born March 6, 1906, Patterson, N.J.S. Lotus French Costello, passed away March 3, 1959. The most successful comedy team of the 1940s. Balls and crystals are consistently made from the usually less of the filmdom of top 10 a multiple movie Ghoster. Wanted during the 1950s, the boy won over the new generation of the fans with the TV series, an endless rerun of, of their old movie. About the tall, jolly, fast-talking strange man was born in the circus performers, but it didn't have much success at breaking into the show business himself until 1931, when as a Blockgrand Theater's cashier he filled into the Costello's usual straight man. The short descriptory Costello, a former newsboy, soda jerk, and salesman, were brave in the late 1920s. Filled with Hollywood's only got him some stunt and extra works in a lot of others. In 1927, regional and hardly comedy The Battle of the Century developed an instant rapport with Arbont. They subsequently worked together in the Barcelona Vaudevilles on Broadway and on radio, publishing as their act to high growth before getting there the first joint of Hollywood opportunity in the Universal One Night at the Troubadours 1940. Although they is a show with its third rapid-fire cross-talks routine, including the classic Who on First, Universal started the team with a low budget. In 1941, comedy The Box of Privates is an unorthodox and unaccepted success convinced the studio that they were the bones of Philistine in the nervy hole that the ghosts keep and flying. Flying also 1941. Rhythm the Cowboy, Parents My Strength, Who Done It, all in 1942. It's Ain't It Hell to Hit the Ice, both in 1943. In Society, 1944, and Here Comes the Codex, 1945. Following the film was very short on the characterization, but long on the stepstick, mostly featuring the Albert Costello and beautifully timed Panther routine, many of which have cleaned up orchestral sketches written on or polished by their personal renderers John Grant. MCM Bolivar the team several times. Riddle Ricta, 1942, which saw The Boy in Rules taken by Wheelers and Wall Street in 1929, taken by Wheelers and Wall Street in the original is Lost in the Harlem, 1944, and Bud Arbald and Louis Costello in the Hollywood in 1945, notes of which had achieved the success of the Universal It format, despite the significantly the higher the production exclusive. A restless, the Costello produced the Universal To break their flomia, and the studios started to experiment with the Narity Nine Scissors, 1945, appearing in pieces that include reprises of Who on First, Little Giant, and the more successful The Time of Their Life, both in 1946. But Bones and Lures working independently of each other's subsequent film were a hit and a miss and wistful welcome gaps. Bond's Privates Come Home, both 1947, a sequel to their first hit, The North Hangs High, 1948, released by Eagle Lion, but produced at Universal, and a remix of a little-known Studio B The Pictures from 1939 for Love or Money. Then someone concerned about and Costro met the Frankenstyling, 1948. The breadth of a comedy and horror with the Frankenstyling, Dracula, and the Wolfman on hand was just right, and the film The promises both and the launches back to the top on the box office hits. Above and Costro meets The Killer, Boris Karloff, 1949. Above and Costro meets An Invisible Man, 1951. Above and Costro met Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 1953. Also co-starring with Karloff and Above and Castro met in The Mummy, 1955. Utilized the same format and peppered with the progressively dimensionless result. Noted of the team, others starring the vehicle, which includes Mexican horror, Headlines, 1948. A curiosity, this avoidable version of the hit play with the color poster music. Africa's Scream, 1949. Above and Costro's in the Fortune Legend, 1950. Coming Round to the Mountain, 1951. And the Kids Alternates, Jack and the Beanstalk, Lost in Alaska. Above and Costro meet to Captain Kidd, Alden, 1952. Above and Costro meet to Keystone Hopes in 1955. And Dancing with Me, Henry, 1956, was a particularly noteworthy by this time. Their popularity has been escapement by the finest team of Martins and Luke. They still promise the promise on the TV, however, on the Collins Comedy Hours, 1951 between 1954, and the Above and Cosmo Show, 1952 between 1954. In later, the performing the many of the routines originally written for the film. The team split up in 1956, and those who reportedly harbored the solo starring and business for years. Top line, the medical chords, the 30-foot Billies of the Candy Rocks, just before he passed away in 1959, above a lifelong epilepsy, who were steady the store raising as a healthy finally sent him of a nurse at home, was reduced to profligate after the IRS nailed him for back taxes. He lowers his voice to the 1966 series of Asbarth, a Cosroll animated cartoon. God bless.